It is an absolutely gorgeous evening for softball here in ACC country, coming to you from downtown Atlanta. Number 15 Oklahoma State in town to take on Georgia Tech, a rematch of a highly competitive game last night in which Georgia Tech shocked the softball world, winning 6-4 at home. Hi again, everybody. Matt Schumacher. Payoff pitch from Watts. Into left field, tailing towards the line is Willer. One down. So second in the Big 12 in batting average. Goes down swinging. How about that for a start for Watts? Quickly two down.
Wow, Watts, hammering the zone against Warsaw. Just
Hassler awaiting on deck, the reigning Big 12 Player of the Week. To third, backhanded by Tucker, long throw and makes it in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Sydney Watts against the top 15 Oklahoma. Gottlieb to short, high hopped into the mitt of Bloodworth, one down.
errors, only had 22 errors on the season going into that game. One of the best defensive teams in the country, and wheels absolutely fell off.
Go ahead run aboard here in the bottom of the first, one down and a 1-2 count. And a strikeout on the outside corner, 2 away.
Well, Ruby aggressive, going right after Tucker. She likes to expand that zone.
Already as many at bats this season as she had all of last year. Scorches it to Bloodworth. And Ruby Malin pitches around a 1-out walk. Scoreless through 1 in Atlanta. Hassler to the right side. Nobody covering first. Maybe a little mental hiccup there from Harris. And Hassler is aboard.
They throw you in your cookie zone, you got to go chomp on it.
Godwin draws a walk, so back-to-back runners aboard for Oklahoma State in the second inning. And if you're just joining, drops down a bunt, fielded at third, cleanly by Grayson Tucker. Place one down, top 2. Schneidmiller to second, the only play at first, and Oklahoma State has a 1-0 lead.
That's really good base running by Amanda Hassler to get that second out of the inning. You see how deep she's playing. If she'd have been pulled in, it might have been a little bit of a different story, but the fact that Hassler is going to identify that, she sees it immediately, and that's what we call ball angle. She sees that ball angle.
For the Cowgirls.
Yeah, second highest on the team.
The 9th pitch of the at-bat. Bloodworth up the middle, fielded at short, and Simon on to first to end the inning. So Timber Harris does.
17 base on balls to 9 strikeouts.
Handcuffed, flare to the left side, looking into the sun, but making a backhanded catch. Megan Bloodworth, 1 down.
A little bit of a jam job. Good job by Blood games this year due to weather, due to the fires in Stillwater.
Second walk of the day issued by Malin. And Addison Leshber, the Minnesota transfer, up to first. 7 of 12 runners stealing. But her bat is coming along nicely. Shoots it to the right side. Only play at first for Carly Godwin. 2 down. Up to second goes Leshber. Simon, a chopper fielded by Talon Edwards. And that'll end the inning. Malin, for the second time, pitches around a 1-out walk.
Anders is going to be a lot of curve, a lot of rise. Where you need to attack the hitters.
3-2 count to Talon Edwards is drilled into center field, but gliding over to make the play is Vukadinovic. 2 down. Of experience within this program. This is sent into the gap in left center, and a diving play is in and out of the glove of Willer. Rounding second, headed to third is Warsup, and she is in safely. Great base running by the sophomore from England.
They don't walk a lot, which they don't. Only 69 walks on the year, well, 71 now with a couple of walks here today.
Add another one, Michelle.
There you go.
Right on cue. Right count, 2 down, 2 on. Hassler lays off. Runner draws a throw. Run in to score. Back to first safely goes Davis. Perfectly executed. Scoring Worship from third.
Well, that's a really good execution of a first and third situation. Reese Hunter, one of the best catchers in the game at throwing runners, a little bit buy themselves enough time to get that ball and that runner home.
Hassler, a mile-high drive into left center field, and back on it to make the catch is Willard. And that will end the inning. But a gamble by Kenny.
We can never walk them. We should, they should be guaranteed outs, but this is obviously not the case with that over 350 batting average. Needs that.
Two swing and a miss, and the second strikeout of the game for Ruby Malin.
So Malin
asked you at the end of that game and said, "Coach, that's on me. I'll be better next time out." And she has been tonight. Deep in the hole, Bloodworth makes the play in a 1-2-3 inning for Ruby Malin, who is still not a
handed pitcher hitters in the Oklahoma State lineup. She has a lefty in the circle. She says, no way, runner in scoring position. I'm going to bring a righty back in.
Carly Godwin draws her second walk of the game.
Fun to watch, offensively, defensively.
Shoots this into left field, right into the mitt of Willer. 1 down. Drops down a bunt. Only play at first. Graf now in scoring position with 2 down. Bloodworth up the middle into center. Will they test Vukadinovich? Yes. And it's a 3-0 Oklahoma State lead.
How about Megan Bloodworth? 3 hits for Oklahoma State. Georgia Tech has done a good job of limiting that.
Line drive to Simon will end the inning. We will try and talk with Kenny Gajewski when we
it just got lost. We'll have to get.
Doesn't matter anyway.
So Ruby's like, all right, I'll just retire 4 in this inning if I have to. So gets.
By the way, Carly Godwin is still in the game at first base, and that caught the face mask of Gailey. Grace Connolly shoots it over to second base. Well played by Rosie Davis. 2 down. Tonight. Leshper to third, and it's Edwards on to first. Still a no-hitter for Ruby Malin. 2-2 count to Talon Edwards. And that caught a piece of the leadoff hitter. She is aboard for the first time tonight.
Caulfield trying to work that lefty-lefty match.
Punched into right field, down for a base hit, bobbled by Gottlieb. Both runners advance another bag. And Worship aboard again.
Worship.
Davis popped into right field. Gottlieb is there. Edwards will tag, so will Worship. Both are safe, and it's 4-0 Oklahoma State. With runners aboard and taking advantage of those free passes.
This ball hit super high. Good job by Gottlieb to get underneath of it. Nice arm on right field as well. Don't choose to go after Edwards at home. They choose to go after Warsop at third or half. Everything right side, arm side, right-handed pitchers.
Hassler drills it up the middle and has another run batted in. This will go all the way to the wall, scoring Worship, and Hassler is safe with a double.
Hassler got all into that ball. The only reason it didn't leave the yard is because she squared it up solid versus elevating it. That's her third double of the year. This ball is just rope. Look how quickly that gets to the wall. Easily going to score her teammate Warsup from third into second. With
full count with a runner in scoring position. Shoots it into left field, down for a base hit. They will hold Hassler at third. Takes the 0-2 into left field. Back on it, Willer. Hassler will tag. No throw into home. 6-zip Cowgirls.
Another sacrifice fly. Second of the inning for Oklahoma State. This ball well struck. Delgadillo again standing in, trying to get that ball deep, knowing what her job is in a first and third situation. Really good base running by Hass.
Oh-2 will ring up Schneidmiller on the inside corner. Chops it to second base. Davis to first, one away.
Eyes ball up in the zone.
One out walk drawn by Emma Simon. Fourth free pass by Malin. If there's been a blemish,
Haunt me for my entire life.
They follow you everywhere you go. This is punched into left field, and that'll break up the no-hitter. Paige Vukadinovic continues a hot season in the 9-hole.
Importance of being well-schooled, well-versed athletically, not just on the softball field, but agilities, abilities. A little bit quick. A lot of elite pitchers do that.
Handcuffed to second. Davis will take it herself and tap the second base bag. Two base runners on that inning for Georgia Tech. No problem. Oh, that got Bloodworth. Sounded like it hit the elbow guard as she goes up to first. Going back to her here late, down by 6. One on, nobody out, 2-2 count. Strike 3 called on Hathood, one away.
A rolls around, you want to be sleeping in your own bed and playing for your own fans.
Double play opportunity. They get the runner at second and Edwards at first. Bang, bang. Connolly to Simon to Leshber, but I shortly. Here he comes. And they uphold the call.
Well, I'm surprised by that. But I think it was very clear that the feet were not on the bag.
The top teams in the ACC right now. Who, in your mind, has the best chance to reach Oklahoma City?
I like Florida State in the way of Oklahoma City.
And really, it's only fitting as this is shot through the right side of the infield. Just the second hit of the game for Georgia Tech.
You know, you're not just managing. You are doing a lot of one-on-one personal work.
Ball got away from Hassler, couldn't find it. Edgman up to second base.
100%.
And then it became, okay, getting to a super regional. They did that in 2009. This is drilled into left field. They will wave Edgman. Georgia Tech is on the board in the bottom of the 6th. On an RBI single by
Georgia Tech, and they're starting to do some damage, seeing what Ruby Malin has been throwing. You could see the way that Bloodworth kind of vacated going up toward the middle. That line drive shot past her. It's going to scored Jaden from
to short. Bloodworth to flip to second. Davis on to first, and it's an inning-ending double play ball for Oklahoma State. Georgia Tech gets on the board as well.
Well, this is what Kenny Gajewski needs. You know, they're down 4 games. We mentioned it earlier, lost a couple of games in Arkansas due to the frigid weathers. You know,
Runner goes, throw down is into center field. Cut off by Grace Connolly. And a walk drawn by Michaela Wark.
well, that's a great at-bat by Michaela Wark, who falls down 0-2. Love the fact that Kenny Gajewski is getting some swings for his athletes.
Look at this bunt drop down. Gonna test at third base. Tucker, and they won't get her. Infield was back, and a beautifully executed bunt by McDonald, and the bases are. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A big K by Voiles with the bases loaded. And the first out of the inning. Flies it into left field. Shallow. Willer will throw into home. And the tag is not in time. Warsop scores to make it 7-1 OSU.
Warsop with all that speed, going to be able to leg this out. Good job of getting back to the bag. And this is close play at home. Nice throw, just a little bit up the line. If that's a foot or 2, a little bit more toward Hunter, that's a little bit more competitive play at home.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. The second strikeout of the inning. And despite the bases being loaded and nobody out, Voiles gets out of the.
Back-to-back hits in the 6th.
Up the middle, stabbed, and over to first. 1 away. Second walk of the night drawn by Simon. Only blemishes.
Yeah.
On an otherwise dominant performance by the Washington transfer, and another walk will now put 2 on as they flip the. Into left, 2 down. And a walk to load the bases. Things are getting interesting here in the bottom of the. Fly ball into center field. Delgadillo puts it away, and Malin picks up her 6th win of the season, taking down Georgia Tech 7-1.
Nice effort by Malin in the circle. Good job by the Oklahoma State offense, put runs up on the board, but this Georgia Tech team with the big win yesterday just doing a great job battling this entire game.
Kenny Gajewski's team responds in a must-win game. Both teams will look forward to taking on Penn State tomorrow. For Michelle Smith, our entire ESPN crew, Matt Schumacher saying good night from Atlanta as we send you out to NC State and Duke baseball next.